India is looking to modernize. Eight new cities are to be built between the capital New Delhi and the financial hub Mumbai. The first one will be Dholera, dubbed the Dream City by its planners. Dholera is to be the epitome of efficiency and luxury. It's a dream that India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi is committed to turning into reality. Dholera is also said to be a smart city, a perfect world with a perfect design, as highlighted in this promotional video.
India is going to emerge as one of the world's largest construction markets as it adds millions of homes.
The government wants to build 100 smart cities throughout India. In some cases, existing cities will be retrofitted with modern technology, while others will be built from scratch.
For the first time, we're going to run a competition in India to determine where the smart cities will be built.
These intelligent urban centers come with all the latest technology. Energy will come from renewable resources. Security is an absolute top priority. And a network traffic control system is designed to avoid congestion on the road. These Indian cities are to compete with the world's most advanced urban centers. We've joined two real estate agents who want to show us the land where the new Dholera Dream City is to be built.
In 3 to 4 years, the investment will have paid off. The government is planning huge projects.
The entrance gate to the residential area has already been built. The farmer who owns this land wants a share of the €10 billion project. He's divided his land into individual plots. One of the agents tells us there's an industrial park just 4 kilometers from here, where there will be 800,000 new jobs. He's convinced in 3 or 4 years' time, this will be a top location. They tell us the price for land is set to soar in the coming years, and that most plots of land in this area have already been sold.
Let me show you on the map. Opposite here will be Dholera International Airport, serving both passengers and freight. 92 hectares are reserved for that.
A road sign is so far the only evidence of the planned airport. But in just 2 years' time, it's all supposed to be ready. That's when the first residents are set to move in. The government is expecting a rapid economic miracle. In just 15 years' time, the new Dholera is set to house 2 million people. India is looking to reinvent itself here at high speed. Right now, the land where the new Dholera Smart City is to be built is still home to farmers and their families. The state of Gujarat is booming. It recently recorded the greatest economic growth in India. But most people in Gujarat still live in rural communities, like here in Dholera. They struggle to imagine what life will be like when their village disappears and is replaced by a huge modern city. It's not actually possible for the government to simply seize people's land. The law stipulates that 70% of the landowners must approve the sale before the new city can be built. So the residents have begun holding regular meetings at the local temple. The government is keen to move ahead and has promised compensation if the villagers agree to leave their land. But they are refusing to go.
Even if the government stacks up money from the ground to the sky, we're not going.
95,000 people in 22 villages are required to leave their homes to make way for the Dholera Dream City. They're supposed to move elsewhere and give up their ancestral lands. But what they actually want to do is continue farming. For generations, it's the only life these families have known. And the next generation is not prepared for modern life in the city.
Children here can only go to school until 8th grade. If the government is really interested in promoting our development, they should first set up classes going to 12th grade.
If we have no land left to farm, we won't be able to find wives for our sons. Who would want to marry into a family that has no land?
The government has made the farmers an offer. It would buy 50% of their land and replace the remaining 50% with a plot of land in another location. Jadav Hanubai is the third generation of his family to work as a cotton farmer. He owns 40 hectares of land. When there's not much rain, he grows wheat, but when there's plenty of rain, he plants cotton, as it brings in more money. During the harvest, he employs up to 20 day laborers for the time-consuming task of gathering in the cotton. These workers include children. That's not unusual in India. For many families in rural areas, harvest time is the one opportunity to earn money.
We farmers can't do anything else but farm. We didn't have a good school education. Growing crops is the only thing we know how to do. The companies that want to move here won't benefit us. They won't employ people like me.
They say they need help to ensure the next generation can make the leap into modernity. Without that, all they can do is continue their traditional lifestyle of farming the land. Some farmers made the mistake of selling their land to real estate speculators. Chaudan Bangmanbai is one of them. He turned his 10 hectares of land into cash. He didn't want to do it. It was his 3 brothers who talked him into selling the family estate. Now his farming days are over. A new city will soon be built on his land.
I've become a day laborer. I'm dependent on others to give me work. Life was better when I had my own land. Now the land is gone, and so is the money. We got money for the land, and now we've used it all up. If I still had my land, I could plant wheat and millet, and we could live well off that.
Farmers like Chaudan Bangmanbai will not share in the profit made by the speculators. The economic boom that everyone here is expecting will pass him by. Those who simply sell their land, as he did, lose the means of earning an income, both for themselves and for future generations. It's others who then stand to make a profit from their land.